Hello, good evening, everyone, and Jai Hind. I am Major Mohammed Ali Shah. I have the proud privilege and honor to be in conversation with a very proud Maite lady from Manipur, Meira Paibi. If I have pronounced it correct, Meira Paibi, who are the Manipur mothers who do a lot of work for Manipur as a social organization. And we will have none other than Madam Chanthoi Aheibam. She will tell us more about the Meira Paibi's. Unfortunately, the knowledge about the northeast part of India is very limited in states apart from northeast states, like in Delhi, for example. So she'll throw some more light about the work of the Meira Paibis, what they do and what they stand for. Ma'am, thank you very much for taking our time and Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mohammed Ali Shah. And it is my privilege to, share about the Meira Paibi of Manipur, the mothers of Manipur who have been sacrificing their whole life to make Manipur. So it is my privilege to be here.
Thank you, ma'am. So kind of you. Ma'am, this is a small analogy I will draw. I don't know how right it will be or how right or wrong might be. But with a lot of respect, I am saying this. Say, every mother protects their children. Any mother in our day-to-day life, even animals protect their children. Birds, they protect their eggs. Similarly, mothers have every right to protect their children, and rightly so. There's nothing wrong in that. Be it from any community, be it anywhere. So the very fact is, I have seen that the knowledge about Manipur per se in Delhi, in where I live, unfortunately, it's not very limited. So could you help us educate people about what the Meira Paibi actually do, what their social responsibilities are, and the work that they do, ma'am?
Yes, I'll try my best because it will be the less only I will be able to share because the work of the Meira Paibi is so tremendous, so large. It's so varied. It is varieties of work that the Meira Paibi of Manipur handle till today. So if we go back to the history of Manipur, there were two Nupilal, that is Women's War 1904 and 1939. There, the women came out to fight against the Britishers, to save their husbands, to save their brothers, to save their fathers, to save their children, especially the male section of the society. And from there, in 1970s, when there were the growth of drug users, mainly the alcoholic. That time, it was mainly the men section of Manipur have started using too much of alcohol. So it becomes many of our men were trapped in alcoholism. To protect from the alcoholism, the women group, the mothers of Manipur with the torch, the torch, they came out in the street on the road to save the men section of the society from the alcoholism. Then again in 1980s, when there was the imposition of the APSPA, then we really became what we can the victim of the APSPA. The one of the everybody knows what is APSPA. So because of this APSPA, many of our brothers, many of our fathers, many of our uh, people were in this trap, because the central force, mainly of those days, the central force, even the state force, they targeted the men section of the society. So to protect those men section, our mothers came out because their children had been abducted, their children had been arrested from their house in the middle of the night, in the daytime, in the nighttime, anytime, and they will be taken out from the houses of Manipur. Then there will be, there were many extrajudicial killing in Manipur. Still, more than 1,500 cases have been still in queue in the Supreme Court. So because of all this, our mothers came out. Then after that, we have lots of cases, lots of instances where Meira Paibi come out to protect the children. There were cases where many women were being raped, women being, assaulted, sexually assaulted by the central forces in Manipur. So that time also the Meira Paibi were the one who came out in the forefront and to protect their children, both the men's section and the women's section. We can remember the Thangzam Manorama's case. She was arrested from her house with an arrest memo, but in the morning, we the next day we found her in one of the isolated places in one of the Imphal district area, where she was brutally raped. Then even her private parts was, shot. Then even her, I mean, many of her parts were being very uprooted to destroy the evidence of the rape case. So many cases. So there we exactly found that because of the ASPA, we have lost many of our brothers, many of our sisters' dignity, many of our sisters, the honor. So modesty. So because of this, Meira Paibi, Imas, the mothers, Ima means mother. So they all come out to save the life of people of Manipur, not only for the Meitei society, but for all. Then if we describe the role of Meira Paibi, cannot be, one single thing, because it is really varied. It's just like a mother who, protect the house. If the child is beaten up by the, for example, the father, who is, we can say the bad example of a bad father, then the mother has to protect her child from the husband. And if there are children, among her children, if the child becomes notorious and something kind of alcoholic or maybe a drug user, then if the child is becoming a kind of bad child, then she has to protect the other family members from that bad child. So the what we can say, the function or the role of mother is not defined in, or it's limited to one of the only one work. It really varies in every crisis in Manipur. If we take from the 1909, that Nupilal, till today 2023, the role of Meira Paibi is really, is a very, it's varies. So in every situation, in every circumstances, Meira Paibi of Manipur are always there, always stood for the humanitarian, for the non-violent, and for, bringing peace, then maintaining peace in Manipur. And if we speak of today's, the present crisis of Manipur, uh, everybody speaks that May 3. The crisis really started from long before May 3rd. Only the thing is that the violent executed, it's, the blast or the spark of the violence actually start from, can be seen, not actually start, it can be seen from 3rd May, but it was already started from long back. So there, why now Meira Paibi are, involving in all these crises in Manipur, is because of that. When the crisis started, or the this one, that can be seen in Chorchanpur, the women folk becoming helpless, because many of our brothers have been, killed. Many of the houses, many of the people have become homeless. That time women, folk started coming out to at least, in a, we can say that in a hope that at least if we come out, then something can be, can be subsidized, or it can be bring to some extent. But it all turned into to the other level of crisis, which is already 4.5, more than 4.5 months now. So this is the situation. The role of Meira Paibi, in a very short, I can say that it's really varies.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I am a good listener. I always try to listen, observe, understand what the speaker is speaking, ma'am. You highlighted one thing about the role of humanity of Meira Paibis. They stand for humanity. You mentioned that. So, and given that they could be, yes, ma'am, they are the Manipur mothers. They look after, they protect their children. And you mentioned that they were raped by security forces. Apparently, you said that, ma'am. So, what about the human rights of the soldiers? Even they are someone's children. Say, I'm trying to understand that. I'm not trying to agree, disagree, or contradict. No, no, no. Please don't misunderstand me. It's just that
Yes.
from my understanding, I am trying to understand that, because I believe that violence is never the way forward. It's always a dialogue. It's always a talk. You have to sit down and you have to understand and talk. And a gun will never bring peace. It can only bring pieces. So you mentioned the role of humanity. मैम द सोल्जर्स वो भी किसी के बच्चे हैं, उनकी भी मदर है कोई, चाहे हम राजस्थान से हों चाहे यूपी से हों, or we might be from anywhere. We also have our own children, right? I mean, we are also children of some mother, right?
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, that is very true. That every human being, human being has a right to, live, right to protect his or her property, right to life, right to basic needs, basic requirements. Yes, the soldiers, whoever, maybe Assam Rifle, maybe the Sikh, maybe any uh, department, they are all the children of, they all have their mothers, they all have their family. We really understand that. And this is also fact which we cannot deny, that these soldiers, the soldiers of Indian forces and the state forces, when they are given a uniform, when they are given a gun, that means to protect the civilian, because we don't have gun. We are not authorized to hold a gun. Yeah, there are some licensed gun, but every individual doesn't have licensed gun. Even I do not have licensed gun, and I am the person who always run away from the gun, to be very honest. But when I am targeted to kill by the gun, then someone has to be there to protect me from that gun. And someone has to be there to protect my property, then my civilians, my area, my people. So, whom we have to rely, or whom we have to, think that yes, there are people with uniform, that means the soldier, maybe the state, maybe the central forces, both. So they are there to protect us. When they are failed to protect, then I at least have to do something to protect my life, right? To protect my property. If someone is targeting me, my life, by the gun, if I don't have gun, and I should use any other means to protect my life. So soldiers who are there, who are the children of other mothers, are there to protect the mothers of other people, the wife of other people, the sister of other people. When they are failed to protect that, when they are failed to protect the civilians life, the civilians property, then what we have to do?
I will tell you, in 2005, as a young captain in the army, I had stepped foot on the soil and on the great soil of a beautiful state called Manipur. And
Mhm,
2004, the allegedly Manorama Devi rape case had just taken place at that time. So the
mhm,
sentiments and the emotion and passion were very high against the army, against the Assam Rifles, not just in Manipur, not among the Maitis only, but overall, even in Nagaland, and in fact, the whole of northeast part of India, people were very annoyed. And when the local people in Manipur, and I'm talking about a pure Meitei belt, I'm talking about Kakchan, Thaubal, around that area I'm talking about.
mhm,
When they saw me with my in my uniform and in my black patka, it looks very intimidating. the black patka which you
Yes.
wear to protect yourself from dust, which you cover your face. Only the eyes are visible, so it looks very intimidating for everyone, right? And when they would see me carrying an AK-47 and my this thing, you know what they would tell me? They would say, Captain Ali, I was a captain that time, Captain Ali, after
Mhm.
meeting a soldier like you, we feel that the army is here to protect us. We do not get intimidated. And every 3 months, we would donate our blood. And every 3 months, we would, I personally felt the only way to solve a solution is through winning hearts and minds. Because at the end of the day, we were there, we were trying to bring peace. We were not there to kill anyone. No, 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 for God's sake, for heaven's sake. I mean, we were there to only make peace. Now, I somewhere feel there is always a solid. It's always कहीं पे भी आप देख लो आप घर पे देख लो anyway there is a communication problem when there's a fight. And when people become friends, they realize it was only a misunderstanding. Would you agree with me on that, ma'am? Whenever there's a
Yes.
fight and you become friends, you shake hands. You see, you realize, oh, I've been so silly. I've been fighting, and where it could be only a misunderstanding. So, ma'am, yes, I know people talk about 3rd of May, and it's been happening from before that, perhaps. Yes, no doubt. But, ma'am, again, I have seen my personal view is the most cultured, the most principled, the most ethical people, the people who keep their word, hardworking, dedicated, committed, mature people are very simple, very innocent people are from the northeast part of India, particularly from Manipur and from all communities, from all tribes. So, ma'am, what, according to you, could be the way forward to bring peace in Manipur? I mean, it really pains me no end when I see, I would say, I would call it my people. When I see my people suffering in Manipur, it really pains me no end. What could be the solution, ma'am?
See, solution, it could be, done long back. Now it's been, I think today is 23rd, so it's more than 4.5 months. So there are many aspects of this conflict. We cannot just see, to be very honest, I want to ask this question to the people of Manipur, especially the Kuki people, because I personally have lots of friends from Kuki community. We studied together, we grew up together. So I want to ask to, at least to them, why this conflict had to start. See, they blame that their peace rally was disturbed by the Meitei people. Because of that, they retaliated with the guns, then the burning of houses, then chasing out the Meitei people from Trachanpur. So this was the blame that they are given to Meitei society. When, if this is the thing, if this is the reality, they are retaliating for disturbing their peace rally. Then after some days, they turn the sorry, they turn
No.
the issue to demanding of separate administration. Earlier, they were saying that Meitei people have, disturbed the peace rally of this one, the Kuki, that was also against the Meitei demand in the inclusion of ST. Okay, so this was the quote that they had given. We demand Meitei to include in the what we call the scheduled tribe list. And this demand was given to the central government and the state government, not to the Kuki or not to any other particular. If we are granted my this one tribal list, who is going to lose? Are they going to lose anything? We are demanding to the government, so they can demand, as we are in a democratic country, they can demand whether Meitei should include or not. That is their, to demand is our choice. If they also, if they want to defend, or if they want to do, if they want to ask that Meitei cannot be included, they should do to the government. Why targeting to the Meitei people and have started violating lots of these things? Then this again turn into another way, after few days, they have started demanding of separate administration. What is the relation there? Okay, then third thing, earlier they were demanding separate administration, separate administration. Now they are again diverted the issue that Meira Paibi, Meira Paibi, Meira Paibi. They have started blaming, claiming they're using lots of slang words, even in the Delhi. Yesterday also I saw one of the picture where one of the lady from the cookie society, openly shouting like, anything to the Meira Paibi, the Mrs. Lady Wi-Fi something. So she is saying that Meira Paibi are this rapists, Meira Paibis are murderer. How dare she to, use such a brutal, what we said, it's a strong and this kind of so much of brutality towards the Meira Paibi. They clearly know. They clearly
One
know.
thing, let me tell you, ma'am, one thing, I'm so sorry I have to interrupt here. I think it will be very, very wrong to call anyone as to brand any
Yes,
community, to
yes,
any
that's what
community,
I mean.
right?
Community. Let me also mention here. I strongly object that she should, you know, what we say, ask pardon to the Meira Paibi. And everybody knows they are just denying because of this conflict that, Meira Paibis are doing such a good work since a long time in Manipur. They cannot just deny, as we are fighting, as Maitai and Kuki are fighting, they cannot deny the fact that what Meira Paibi is really doing in Manipur. Yeah, there might be circumstances where, they may also feel that yes, Meira Paibi are, doing some kind of excess work. There might be area where they feel, but they cannot blame the whole Meira Paibi as or they cannot call as a murderer or a rapist. If in that case Manorama was raped by the Assam Rifle, so can I call the whole of Assam Rifle in India as a rapist?
Ma'am, I
Then
give you
this
my example. I give you my example. When I was
yeah, let
there
me
and that happened,
one more thing.
how my local friend over there is screaming as.
Yeah, Nirbhaya was raped, gang rape in, in the moving bus in Delhi. By there were some of the culprit were from Bihar, some I think, and few maybe from some other state. So can we call the whole people of Bihar a rapist?
That's exactly. You have made a very, very good point, and I totally agree with you that it'll be unfair to paint any community with the same brush completely. Like when the viral video parading of two naked women, when of Kuki women came out, and people were saying Maite rapist. I think it was wrong. And if I was one of the first ones to take out a video and say that
Yes,
no, you cannot call Maite's rapist for that reason.
you
Similarly,
cannot call
similarly,
any of the
ma'am,
society,
similarly,
point out the culprit,
similarly,
point out the culprit.
Similarly, my personal opinion, I don't know, I might be wrong. My personal opinion, that was my experience over there tells me it. I have a lot of friends from the army as well, who are Maites, who are Nagas, who are Cookies as well. So they have fought for the nation. My own postmate is Maite. My own postmate is Cookie, in fact, and I am very good friends with them. So I think it will be wrong to call the entire Cookie community as poppy cultivators and illegal immigrants. Would you agree with me on that or not, ma'am?
That's what I'm coming to, that we cannot blame. See, when those two cookie women were, paraded naked by the mob of Maitei, that was the again the revenge, kind of revensive retaliation, when Meitei women were being raped in Churchanpur on the very first day of that 3rd May. That time we didn't have any kind of the video or any kind of proof to be shown in the world, but we knew that women were being raped in Churchanpur. So on the next day, on the 4th, that was happened. We also strongly opposed to that. We cannot just revenge, someone's that, like, if my friend was being raped, then I also, make the other society of the women to be get raped. That is wrong. We understand that that was all happened in a what we call the revenge kind of, because it was very hot time, those days. 3rd May it was started in Chochampur, More, Kangpupi. Then on 4th it happened in valley area. But the Meitei, the mothers of Manipur, strongly stood against those act, okay, against those act of parading two women by the mob of Meitei. Even those, the person who involved in that work, houses was vandalized. But none of the cookie women, none of the cookie mothers, or none of the cookie uh, sisters stood up for the Meitei women being raped in Chochanpur. Instead, what they said, Meitei are liars, we are making up the story. Is it possible for a woman to make up a story that when I was not being raped, how can I say that I was raped? Is it possible for a woman to just make up a story that she was raped when she was not? Even they even blame in that way.
Ma'am, one thing I've observed over here, in this entire conflict, that when there's fire in your house, firstly, what do? We call the fire brigade, all right. But before the fire brigade comes, what do? We keep sitting there and waiting for the fire brigade. No, we try to douse the fire by our own small little means. And I love Manipur so much. So I find there's a lot of information warfare going on from both the sides, from Maite side and from Cookie side. And Maite will call Cookie liars, Cookie will call Maite liars. And I wish that doesn't happen. I am genuinely, I'm saying, I've been asked by people, which side are you on? I'm like, I'm on the side of Manipur, which means I am on the side of cookies, yes. I'm on the side of Maitis, yes. And I love both of them equally. In fact, I love Nagas as well. I speak fluent Nagamese. You'll be happy to know that. When I was serving in the northeast part of India, I was ADC to the General Officer commanding SPECO, and my father was commanding SPECO that time. And then I served to the Assam Rifles as well. And every 3 months, ma'am, every 3 months, without fail, you can check out the records. I used to donate my blood every 3 months. And that blood, you don't know who is किसके पास जा रहा है पता नहीं, but we will do our best to actually, people should feel that we are one of them, they are one of us. Ma'am, one more thing, the Meira Paibis, they want the army to leave Manipur, I'm told. So if I'm right, please correct me if I'm wrong. And do you think that army people are actually so bad? I think they are doing their duty, and they are doing selfless service. They are staying away from family selflessly to protect you all.
See, in that case, I must say that first, we have ample number of Indian security forces in Manipur since the first week of May. Assam Rifle was already there before, but since the 3rd May, just after 3rd May, maybe from the first week, I think there have been, lots of central forces been deployed in Manipur. If they really want, and if they are really here in Manipur to solve the problem, then why this 4.5 months still going on, when there are more than thousands, more than 50, now it's around 70,000. Okay, but before that, I must say only 30,000. When more than 30,000 of soldiers being deployed to solve this problem in Manipur, why still continuing the fighting in Manipur? Why? Then why they are here? This has to be questioned. Why they are here? Why so many central forces are being deployed in Manipur, but the fighting, the burning of houses, the abduction of the civilians, the killing of the civilians are still on? Why?
I'll answer, ma'am.
Then,
Could I answer now?
yeah, wait.
Ma'am,
Then
the thing is, yes, I will
I will
answer you,
give
ma'am.
you, yeah, I will give you an example, one more example of my area. I will just forget about the whole of Manipur. I'll just give you a small example of my area. My area is Sugnu, where we have four
Oh, you're from
districts.
Sugnu, you're from Sugnu, ma'am. I have very
Yes,
happy memory of Sugnu, in fact. I have very happy memories of Sugnu. I have very happy memories of Tajik Tampak. I have very happy memories of More, Technopal, Palel, Thobal, Kachin, Imphal, Mandri Pokhri,
then you must
Limakorn,
be, yes,
Kompokri.
then you must be knowing the demography structure
Oh,
of
very well.
Sugnu. It's
Very
all
well. I know
surrounded
Sugnu
by
very well. I know
four
Sugnu very
districts.
well. Very
Yes,
well.
Chorchanpur, Bisnupur, Chandel, then Kakching. There, when there was an outbreak of this conflict, first day in Chorchanpur, from the very evening, from the 3rd May of evening by around 7 to 7:30, we formed one small uh, peace committee signed by 23 people from both from Meitei, from Kuki, from Jau, from Anal. Anal is in Naga. So
I know that.
we
I know.
signed, then we, agreed to have peace in Sugnu area, at least in Sugnu area. Then the next day, again, we formed the larger peace committee initiated by our local MLA, then the one of the ex MLA from Chandel constituency, from the Kuki community, then many other, almost all the villages of the Sugnu constituency represented the peace committee and formed a larger peace committee, and more than 70 people have signed the agreement. Then more than 200 people present in the meeting, and we all agreed to retain peace in Sugnu, at least Sugnu and its adjoining area. Then it goes like that. By 20, from 10 or from 9 onwards, 9 of May onwards, we had started having lots of meetings, small meetings, bigger meeting, going to village by village, meeting their chiefs. We have tea, we took tea, then we agreed, then so many things, series of meeting we had done to maintain peace. Then suddenly on 27 midnight, we were attacked. During this time, even the Assam Rifle of Sugnu, they also have given us assurance to maintain peace. They said that they were in daily contact with the Sioux Kader group, that they will not do any kind of harm to the civilians. Didn't deny that the presence of Sioux Kaders in their villages. They said that they were present in the villages only to protect their villages. Okay, we've agreed. When we got the information of the movement of the Sioux cadres from here and there, we give information to the Assam Rifle that we got this kind of information, please cross check. They were so cooperative that time. They said, Madam, don't worry, we are in everyday contact. We had meetings, we spoke to them on daily basis. They won't do anything. If they spare in at any cost, if they do any kind of harm to the civilians, then we will not spare. This was a statement given by the those officers in Sugnu 37 Assam Rifle. We were so kind of relaxed that okay, at least the peace will not violated in Sugnu area. But suddenly on the midnight of 27, Tangzing was attacked, Napat was attacked, Sero was attacked, Sugnu, some part of the Sugnu where the neighboring of the Kuki and Joe area have attacked. So here, what I want to ask is, as you said, you asked me that the soldiers are also here in Manipur, then they are also the children or the husband or the brothers of the other people, and they are also need to humanitarian support. And why Meira Paibis have demanding the removal of the Assam Rifle from Manipur? So this is the answer. So this kind of cases was so many in Manipur. I have mentioned only one example of my eyewitness. where I was physically present from the beginning till the end of the destruction. When
Um,
we,
I appreciate what
yes,
you are saying, and I respect what you are saying, ma'am. Ma'am, I would to answer your question, when you ask that there's so many security personnel deployed in Manipur, why the violence is still going on despite the army's presence over there. That's because,
mhm,
ma'am, firstly, the army, there has to be a requisition from the state government to the central government, a requisition for the army to come in as an aid to the civil authorities. When the army comes as an aid to the civil authority, they are the magistrate, they are guides, they are maps, there are a whole lot of planning that goes on. Secondly, there is no Armed Forces Special Power Act in Imphal Valley right now as such. It was moved some time back before the violence. Ma'am, I am not myself, being a soldier myself, I am not saying I myself, no, I don't support Armed Forces Special Power Act fully. Being a soldier myself, I'm saying this. I say yes, we can't remove the Armed Forces Special Power Act if we want the army to be functional. We can amend it. There are certain sections which we can amend it. We can tweak the Armed Forces Special Power Act. That's what I say. And I say that, okay, unless and until the state government asks for a requisition from the army, that the army needs to be called in. See, with authority comes responsibility. With responsibility, there should be authority as well, right? But when they have no authority, we have seen videos, ma'am. We have seen Emma and everyone else when they are checking the identity cards of soldiers. कि कहाँ के रहने वाले हो, अपना एक आधार कार्ड दिखाओ. So should the army be checking the locals' I-cards, or should be the locals be checking the army I-cards, ma'am? You answer me, please.
okay,
I mean,
okay.
it's okay. I mean, and I'm not trying to argue with you. Please don't
I
misunderstand me.
understand. I'll tell you that. I'll give you the answer. Yes, you said that until the ASPA is not, amended or its function, then army can't do anything. This is what you meant, right? So most of the crime against the women and the mob against the civilian were done in Imphal area. Even yesterday, there was many cases. Then in the very early May, in if you check in Google, YouTube, you will find in one of the area here where Kuki were inhabited earlier, but now they were no more. All Nambulan, Chekon area, the RAF, this one, Rapid Action Force. They said Rapid Action Force. They hit the women, they use the tear gas, they use the rubber bullets, they use the lathis and beaten the many of the women. And even in Singjamai area, they have banged the cars, vehicles, they bang on the women. Why this is happening in Imphal area when there is no ASPA in Imphal area? When they are deployed here to handle the situation, the firing and the gunfights are all done in the periphery areas, not in Imphal. They are very strong. They are strongly retaliating against the mob. They said mob. Yes, if they are retaliating, or they are trying to control the mob by beating the women folk, the imas, the mothers, then why not this in the hill area where aspa is there? So Champur still aspa is there, Tengnopal aspa is there, Kangpopi aspa is there. Why it is not doing there? Then who is going to give this answer? Then again, why the imas check the Aadhaar of the security forces, especially the Assam Rifle? There were times when Assam Rifle were, strongly, we denied their movement in any of the valley area, because there are many instances where Assam Rifle were cited Kuki openly. So on this pretext,
Ma'am,
we
just a minute.
wait.
You're right, ma'am. Okay,
Yeah,
I will tell you,
we
ma'am.
the Meira
Ma'am, this
Paibi
whole,
with
ma'am, just a minute. Ma'am, this whole allegation of the army siding with so and so, or the Assam Rifles siding with so and so, I honestly believe, ma'am, that any uniform force, we are trained to be totally impartial. We are supposed to function with fervor and without
Mr.
fear
Ali,
for anyone. We're
Dr.
supposed to perform
Ali,
our
Dr.
duty.
Ali, you need to research. There are already lots of footage from the drone where cookie were being supported by the Assam Rifle. I am not blaming that all the Assam Rifle in Manipur, but there are many instances where Assam Rifle openly siding the this one. For example, because you and me, we are fighting. If someone has to come in, then where he or she
God
should
forbid,
stand.
God forbid you and me fight, ma'am.
I am just
Before that,
giving the
before that
example.
only, I'll come and say sorry to you. I will not fight with you.
That is very kindness of
You
you.
you can
But
smile slightly if you wish, ma'am. You can smile. I'm trying to
no,
bring
no,
a
no,
smile on
no.
your face, ma'am.
I understand that. I know we are not going to fight, but if we have a fight, then if someone has to come and intervene both of us, then where he should stand, in the middle or on my side or on your side? It should stand in the middle, yeah. But in
I
Manipur, when
I
Kuki
to,
and
I totally
Meitei,
believe I totally believe
let
when
me
there's a fight.
complete. Let me
Yes,
complete.
ma'am.
Let me complete. When there are instances where Kuki, the militants, or the Meitei, whoever, those who are fighting with the gun people, the gunmen, when they were fighting, if Assam Rifle has to stop the fighting, then Assam Rifle had to stand in the middle, right? The Kuki also they have to stop, the Meitei also they have to stop, but they didn't do that. They always, in the name of stopping the fight, they will always, stand together with the Kuki. Then what we think, we would think, no, that they are helping or they are siding the Kuki. So there are lots of instances like that. I am
Okay,
not
ma'am.
again,
Can I
I
give
am
you?
claiming again,
Ma'am,
I am claiming
can I ask
again.
just for understanding, for my own understanding? I'll give you a very logical answer, or I will rather put up this question to you, ma'am, very very logically. Ma'am,
Mhm.
I have served in the army and I went on deputation as an army officer to the Assam Rifle as well. So I've served with the Assam Rifle as well, right? Now, Assam Rifles is an all India force. It's not just only from Northeast, like earlier it used to be Northeast Frontier Force. Now it's an all India force. I agree. I admit majority of them are from the northeast part of India. So, and many of them are from Manipur also. And in the army, in the Assam Rifles, we had Sanamais, we had Pangals, we had Maite Christians, we had Maite Hindus, we had cookies. We had the Thadao speaking cookies, the Hokibs, the Khongsais, we had from the Cookies Omi tribe as well. We had Vaipais, we had the Paites, we had Sautes, we had Guites, we had Voltes, we also had Misos, we had Gangtes, we had, there were Silos, they were Chakmas, they were from, in fact, from Meghalaya, why not? We had
Yeah.
Garos, Khasis, they were Jaintias, they were Apatamis from Arunachal, we had so many, they Burmans from Tripura, right? Now, I will come to your point very, very logically, ma'am. Ma'am, just explain to me one thing. Yes, I admit, even if I see majority of the troops in the Assam Rifles came from Manipur, let's assume that, and majority of them are Maitis as well. There are a lot of Maite boys, soldiers in the Assam Rifles. You agree?
Yes.
Okay. Now, ma'am, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not proving you wrong or proving myself wrong or right or wrong. I'm trying to understand one thing. That's all. Okay. So now
Mhm.
the Assam Rifles and the army will protect who? They will protect the victim, whoever, be it the victim, God forbid, be X or be it Y. They will protect the victim. Now, they will protect them. They will not side with anyone. They will protect. Now, if they are Maite boys in the Assam Rifles, who are, as you said, if even if I have to give you the benefit of doubt and if I have to uh, believe you and understand you, the Maite boys in the Assam Rifles are protecting the cookies, as you said. What does it prove actually, man? Doesn't it
Very
prove
good
that the
question. Very good.
no?
Let me clear that. Let me clear
I
to
will come
that.
to you, man. I will come to you. I will come to you. Ma'am, doesn't it prove that the army and the Assam Rifles is totally impartial? They do not side with the community. They will not see who is Hindu, who is Muslim, who is Sikh, who is Christian, who is Maite, who is Kuki, who is Naga. They will only protect who is being victimized, irrespective of the caste, creed, religion, community, region, village, wherever. Now you can tell me, ma'am, please.
Okay, there I'll say there are many Assam Rifle companies in Manipur. Okay, it is not that in every, for example, in Sugnu it is 37 Assam Rifle, in Chandel is another number. Then there are different numbers, different company numbers. So in Sugnu, during this conflict happened 28th of 27 midnight, 27 midnight, 28, 29, 30 till 7 8 it goes. Okay, during that time there were no single Maitai in the Assam Rifle, Sugnu Assam Rifle. They were deported in some other companies. I'm just giving you an example. There may be one or two, but we didn't get any of the this one. Yeah, only one doctor. We know one doctor is there, one that what he was also brought just before the outbreak of this conflict in Sugnu. Likewise, whenever there was a case of this firing or a conflict area, affected area, I don't know why it is coincidentally or they are doing what we call intentionally, that I cannot say. So, as you said, when there are lots of Meitei boy in the Assam Rifle whom they will support, it doesn't matter. They all follow the order of the officer, both in state, in central forces. With that, इतना तो हम भी पता है कि जितना भी जवान्स होता है, they follow the instruction of the officer, the level of the officers, so they can't do
I'm
anything.
glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, ma'am,
Okay,
and I'm very proud of my troops because our troops do
you
not
must be
side
proud
with
of,
any
you must be
community.
proud, you must be proud being an army. We also respect the Indian forces, because most of the Indian forces have, doing lots of good things. They are protecting the India border from the external aggression. Now, very interestingly, I will ask this question to you and to the world. Burma and Manipur is part of India, right? If I'm not wrong, still we are part of India. We join happily or unhappily or whatever in the condition, we have joined, we have merged to India, and it is already around more than 74 years now. So we are part of India still. And the Burma and India border is uh, what we can say, it's in this side. In Burma, this More and Burma is the borderline. When there are already national aggression from the Burma, why the Indian security force, maybe the Assam Rifle, maybe the BSF or whoever. I am not very, good in this
Okay, understood.
these
Understood.
things,
Yes.
but what we understand is uniform people with guns and the uniform are there to protect the civilians and to protect the border, to protect the property of the civilians. This is the simple funda that I understand, that we expect this, at least this, from the security force, which is not doing in Manipur case. When you agreed or not, there are already lots of what we call the immigrants from Burma. And this issue, if it is refugee issues, then this has to be taken by the central government, not the state government. The national this one immigrants from the Burma has to be taken count, and this to be taken care by law, rule of law, by the central government. We cannot blame, central government cannot blame the Manipur government to see, because ये मोदी जी ने तो ऑलरेडी ये बोल दिया है कि हम रिफ्यूजी को कुछ मदद नहीं करेंगे, उनका सेटलमेंट नहीं देंगे, और यहाँ पे मणिपुर में घुस घुस के आ रहा है, तो
Ma'am,
ये कौन
you have
करेगा?
given you have brought out a very good point, and I totally by your point over here that even if, God forbid, I'm not okay, let's not talk about Manipur. As an example I'll give, okay, for everyone to understand, not just about Manipur. Say in an X state named X, try to understand me, ma'am. In a
Mhm.
state named X, even if they are illegal immigrants from a country called Y, they come in. Okay, I'm just giving an example. Whose responsibility is it to make sure that those X who are illegal immigrants go out? Is it the responsibility of the local villagers to pick up arms, to take up arms in the hands, to take law in the hands and drive them out? Or is it the responsibility of the government? I'm not mentioning Manipur over here. I'm just giving an analogy for to understand.
Yes, that's what I'm asking. That is happening in Manipur. Okay, you are cleverly not using the name of Manipur, but I know I am facing being a being
No,
a Manipuri. I am facing. So let me ask this question: who is responsible? Is this the responsible of the government of Manipur or the government of India to protect the borderline here? Why BSF are not there when they already know junta war has been already since 2000 in Burma? There were lots of this chasing. They are chasing out Kuki Chin people from the Shanghai, then Chin region. We the whole world have uh, know about this. Then why still there are no proper border fencing there? Why BSF are not deployed there? Why still the coming of the immigrants? We are not saying that all the Kuki in Manipur are the immigrants. Again, this is also wrongly interpreted. When we said that, when we asked for the NRC, why they are not agreeing? There are many Kuki who have been staying since long in Manipur, and they are already part of Manipur. Why they are not agreeing to do this NRC?
Ma'am, and also, ma'am, I would take this opportunity to request our viewers, whoever watching, that see,
Mhm.
I am your brother. I'm a brother of Manipur, I would say, and I love the soil of Manipur, and I love every single tribe community. So, people, please, my request, humble request to you, if you respect Major Mohammed Ali Shah, please, when you are writing comments in the comment section, please be respectful. Don't demean beat anyone. I'm not naming anyone. Please do not demean any community or anyone. No, please don't do that. That's my humble request. Your comments are most welcome. Positive comments, peaceful comments in the right light, but not in the negative light. So, and I will not highlight any comments, please. So it's my humble request to our viewers, ma'am, not to you. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. To please be respectful in your comments. It's my humble request. I understand the fact that cookies and Maitis are not getting along right now. But if you respect me, you know very well, I have spoken to Maitis, I've spoken to cookies, I've even spoken to Nagas as well. And I keep saying this, that I love you all. I'm only taking this initiative for you all, not for myself, for you all. So please be respectful in your comments. Yes, ma'am. Please continue.
So this is what I want to ask to the the people of India, the Indian our Indian brothers and sisters. We are still part of India. The Manipuri people, whoever, the Meitei, the Naga, whoever, are still, we are Indian. So we are saying the same constitution, same government. So it is. I think this is also your duty. Are part other, apart from Northeast India, apart from Manipur, other states people also have the responsibility to intervene in whatever they, in whatever the way they can. So this is what I want to ask the whole India, the whole Indian people. And now coming to one more, I just let me include, we have as you said, we have lots of Meitei Christian. Meitei are people who are so liberal. They adopt every religion. They actually, Meitei actually follow the secularism in Manipur. There are many Meiteis who converted to Muslim. There are many Meiteis who converted to Christian. We are not against. If we are against a Christian, then we could have, done all these things when Meitei people are converting towards Christianity. We might have, reacted to that. We didn't do that. Again, in Chochanpur, there are many Meitei Christians. None of the Meitei Christians were spear out. They were all victim. They were all victimized as a kind of, what we say, they were all chased out. Their houses were targeted. It's not because in the whole world we are blaming that the Meitei are targeting the Christian minority. If we speak about the minority and majority, Meitei are majority only in Manipur only. As according to the world population, we are already minority. This must be understood by the people of the world, that the victim card of Meitei and Meitei majority and Christian minority cannot be, the fact. We are majority only in Manipur. Manipur is very small state. You also know that. Everybody knows that. Manipur is a very small state and we are majority only in Manipur. According to the world population, we are already minority. One first point. Second point, this conflict is not between the Christian and the Meitei and the Christian. And this conflict is created by some people, the from both the sections, the leaders. If I want to ask to the Cookie brothers and sisters, if they really think that the Cookie leaders who created this or who wages this war, are they really love their Cookie people? In any of the war, is any I mean, for example, India and Pakistan, is it possible for the Pakistan to think that we are going to win, or is it possible for the India to think that yes, absolutely we will win the war? No. War is war. In war nobody wins. Everybody knows that. Is the world phenomena. Everybody knows that war cannot be win by any. It loses. Then if they really love their Cookie brothers and sisters, they should think before this what the Cookie brothers and sisters will face the consequence after waging this war. And also the from the Meitei also, whoever is involved, maybe the Meitei or maybe the other part of the world, if our central government really wants to stop this conflict, it could have been done so easily in no time, within a week or within some days. It is my strong belief that this conflict is engineered by some, maybe so-called leaders or maybe bureaucrats. I don't know. That I cannot say who is exactly doing this, but now also, if they really want, then they can do. We already fed up of this conflict. To be very honest, today I got a one call from the Cookie who is very close to my family. I am not saying this just to win the heart of the audience or the something. No, I got many calls from that person. He is very close to my family. He is my family member. Whenever he called, he always said that be careful. You never know what will happen. And even before Sugnu was attacked, the same day also he called up me.
मैम लोग
Though
डरे हुए हैं. There is an environment of fear over there in Manipur. You don't know, and that's what perturbs me. People
that's
might
what
think
I'm
I'm.
telling. People are fed up. People are fed up. People, common people, the civilian people are fed up of this war. So those who are in Delhi, I must say the central government and also any leaders from the Kuki or the Meitei, they should understand that our people have already gone through so much of pain, so much of trouble, so much of you can't imagine the level of suffering that we are suffering, it's already beyond our, what we say, beyond our patience. We have lost our patience. We don't want any more conflict. So solve with this. Stop, just stop playing this game, blame game, victim card, then do the needful.
ma'am.
When
Ma'am, I
integrity, yeah, when integrity, they, Amit Sahaji is always saying that integrity कुछ चेंजेस नहीं होगा, इंटीग्रिटी चेंजेस नहीं होगा, लेकिन सारा जो अंदर का जो फंक्शन है ये चेंजेस हो रहा है। इसका क्या मतलब है?
right, I
अगर
agree with you,
पॉपुलेशन ही नहीं रहेगा तो इंटीग्रिटी क्या करेंगे?
ma'am.
अगर पॉपुलेशन नहीं रहेंगे, अगर मणिपुर का जो मैप तो रहेंगे, लेकिन उसके अंदर जो, अगर जैसे बगीचा में अगर फूल नहीं हो तो बगीचा का कोई मतलब नहीं है। सेम थिंग, इफ इंटीग्रिटी के अंदर जो रहने वाले जो पॉपुलेशन ही नहीं रहेंगे, जो प्यार जो नहीं रहेंगे, जो बंधन जो नहीं रहेंगे, तो इंटीग्रिटी बना के रखने का मतलब क्या है?
Ma'am, you know, आपके साथ बात करके मेरे को बहुत समझने को मिला. It's been education for me as well. And apart from that, for whatever little bit difference it can make as an influencer, influencing anyone's mind, if we can bring peace and get people to think in the right way, in a positive direction, affect them to think well, to live in peace, love, harmony, brotherhood, because unity is strength. And we are all Indians. We are all proud Indians at the end of the day. We should not be divided,
Yes,
because united we
that's what I
stand,
want to
divided we
say.
fall.
Stop divide and rule policy in Manipur. Do the needful, bring peace, settle everything, then give the equal, what we call the equal rule of law in Manipur. Something in hill area, something in valley area, we are together. Hill is ours, valley is theirs. It's all for all. You cannot say that, Cookie cannot say that reserve forest hamara hai, Maitai ka nahi hai. Reserve forest is none, not for them as well. Reserve forest किसका है? गवर्नमेंट का है। उसमें जो भी नेचुरली जो हम कर सकते हैं वो सबके लिए है। रिजर्व फॉरेस्ट कुकी का नहीं है, रिजर्व फॉरेस्ट नगा का नहीं है, और वैली मैतई का ही नहीं है, ये सबका है। एज मणिपुर इज ए स्टेट विद हिल्स, जो मणिपुर में जो भी है, हिल पहाड़ हो या नदी हो या जो भी है, ये सबके लिए है। मणिपुर में दिस शुड बी अंडरस्टैंड बाय आवर कुकी ब्रदर्स एंड सिस्टर्स। दे स्ट्रांगली सेइंग दैट रिजर्व फॉरेस्ट हमारा है, मैतई का नहीं है। रिजर्व फॉरेस्ट किसी का भी नहीं है, ये गवर्नमेंट का है। We should understand this. Simply shouting, claiming
I'm
should
very
be
happy
stopped.
to hear you use the term your cookie brothers and sisters, because which means that somewhere some element of love, compassion, humanity is there in all every one of us, whether the factions, the communities are warring or not.
See,
And the
Dr.
whole,
Ali, I still have lots of friends from Cookie. I love them. Even though we understand that everything has distracted, everything has been distract, but still we all understand it is because of the situation. Okay. But again, as you are YouTuber, you should also do something. Just giving the name, giving the tape, Meira Paibi as a murderer, Meira Paibi as a rapist, Meira Paibi as this and that should be stopped. This should be countered.
correct, ma'am, correct. I
This
agree with you.
openly shouting in Delhi Jantar Mantar on 21st September by Glady Wi-Fi. She is elder to me. I respect according to her age, but the way she is proclaiming openly in the media, in everywhere, this is not the way to do. I
Ma'am,
request.
painting any painting, and you know what? Anger is a punishment we give to our own selves for the mistake of somebody else. So
See,
anger is not good. In fact,
so
and I have a lot of very very dear friends from Manipur, from all communities, all sides, all tribes, all villages, all areas. And I must say that this is my humble appeal, humble request. May good sense prevail to all of us, and may this violence stop. first thing, the violence has to stop. The arson, bloodshed has to stop. We should come forward
Yes,
for a dialogue.
that is true. There is, and by the way to stop the violence should be, there should be uniform steps should be taken. If again,
Right,
in the name of stopping the violence, if the government apply different methods, different method in Meitei side, then different method in Kuki side, then again the volcano will erupt it again. So this should be
right,
understood. This should be understood by our government. They should understand the emotions of the people. Government, they are our representatives. We have, select we have what we call, we send them as a representative. If they are not doing the right thing to fulfill the sentiments of the people, then again their step will be, turned into different direction. But as of now, we are not seeing any uniform step. We see different step in Manipur, in Meitei area, then different step in Kuki area. This is not the right way. Today
right.
we already found that there was a statement given by our chief minister that within 15 days, if the guns which were looted or which were taken from somewhere or from anywhere should be given back, should be surrendered. Otherwise, there would be, combing operation in the whole of Manipur. That is
Right, ma'am.
good. But that combing operation done only in a valley area, then again it wouldn't be helpful. So whatever the
Right, ma'am.
steps taken by the government of Manipur, now the government of
Ma'am,
Manipur is totally doing whatever is advised by the government of India. So our
ma'am,
government of India
at
should
the end of
understand it.
our Ma'am, at the end of
Yes,
our 1 hour plus conversation, I would also like to convey a point to all the audience, to all the viewers, that everyone perceives that the army and the Meira Paibis, because there have been a lot of videos which have come into circulation and have gone viral, are not in good terms or whatever. Here is an ex-army man, and here is a very prominent Meira Paibi. Here, if we could have a civil conversation over here. Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I tried to be as civil as I could. Please don't misunderstand me if I interjected anywhere. I hope you can bring a smile. If you bring a smile, if you smile, I'll feel happy.
yeah, sure,
Thank
sure.
God.
We
Thank God.
also
Thank
hope
God.
that like you, other, the YouTuber or the people who can reach the message, who can reach the story of Manipur to the whole of the world, and help in bringing peace soon in Manipur. This is what we hope. This is what we expected.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Ma'am, I sincerely appreciate you taking your time, and we had a very engaging and a very civil conversation, I would say. And I think with you, I could have gone on further and further. We can बहुत कुछ है बात करने के लिए, and especially when it comes to a topic which is very close to my heart, the northeast part of India, particularly Manipur. I can just go on and on and on and on about it. मैम, हमारी बातें खत्म नहीं होंगी कभी भी. So probably we can probably have one more session later on. And
Sure, sure,
if you don't mind speaking to a brother like me, that is,
sure,
thank you
sure,
very much for your time. I sincerely pray for, and please convey my regards to everyone in Sugnu. People in Sugnu, they would be still remembering me. In fact, I'm sure. And just ask them about me. And I love the people over there. So convey my regards to everyone, ma'am.
sure,
Take care,
sure.
ma'am.
I will. Thank you.
Jai Hind, ma'am.
Jai Hind.